I don't make videos like this, but I think I've got a very good reason to make this one. Hey everyone, welcome to a very unique video on this channel. A video in particular that, if you had told me at the beginning of the year that I would be making, it would be very difficult for me to even believe you. Because as you may know, near the beginning of the year on this channel, something happened that has never happened for me before. And I always promised myself that if something like this were to happen, that I would make a video of this nature to document what has happened so that I may never forget it. And for those who don't know what I'm referring to, I'm talking about We Don't Talk About Pyro. A video that has reached milestones I never thought were even possible. So I figured, let's sit down together and I'll tell you the story about how this video became viral and how it was nearly struck down by Disney. One of the most biggest mysteries online for any online social media account is the question on how does a video become viral. Honestly, there is no definitive answer, but there are some certain factors that people do need to keep in mind that if you do follow them in a certain particular way, you most likely will find growth. Now the interesting part is that the film itself, Enchanto, came out around November of 21. But in relation with memes and the online premise of the film, that really didn't start until January. But alas, the internet does what the internet does best, and January marked the day when Encanto was considered the biggest viral meme to make videos about. And one video that broke expectations more than anything that ever existed was the video We Don't Talk About Apple Bottom Jeans. And judging by the views it has now, I'm pretty certain that that statement is true. When I witnessed this video, and the large attention it had, obviously the first question that pops in your mind is, I wonder how I could somehow direct this attention towards my own channel. Because when certain memes and particular characters are at its peak viral point, that's when the internet will be non-stop looking up everything about that topic. And if you've got a video during that peak, most likely that attention will be directed towards your video. But of course, you've got to also ask yourself, how could I do this in a creative and transformative way? Usually the easiest and simplest way to do it is to do a reaction of it. But obviously, with the main channel that I have, Mediascalibur, surrounding TF2, the question I had to ask myself was, how could this be related with TF2? Because this ended up dissolving into a certain field that I am very familiar with. Parody songs. I have been writing my own parody songs for years. I even released my own album, which you can find over here for free. And also here. And turns out it actually was a lot easier than I expected. So then I thought visually, what could it look like? And I was like, you know, I have this weird idea, but I think it's gonna look good on paper. Why not take the mercs, slice their head in half, and then motion track it on top of the characters in the video? And then obviously you have to say to yourself, okay, who's gonna say this particular line? Well, the character morphs into different characters, and the spy in TF2 disguises as different characters. It was very fitting. So I had the structure, I did all the sentence mixing with some help with 15 AI, and I also wanted to make sure that it was the same duration as the Apple Bottom Jeans video. And this entire process, believe it or not, was actually that long to do. If I remember correctly, it took roughly around 3 to 4 hours to make this video. So I have this analogy on how certain videos become viral. If all goes correctly together, of uploading at the right time, at the right place, I have a possibility that this video will garnish viral success. So the video was uploaded, and I went to bed.
Wakey, 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 it's time for school.
150,000 views. Now when I saw the views, I expected that it was just going to be the same as all my other videos. Usually what happens is you upload a video, in the first day or two and maybe third day, it grows. But then after that, it curves and it slows down, which is normal. Every video does this. So I'm like, okay, it's got 100,000 views, might get 200,000. I'm just going to expect that and carry on. But what I wasn't expecting is that the video would continue to grow and keep on growing. Let me explain to you how crazy the view count for this video was in the short amount of time that it existed online. On the first 5 days, it kept garnishing 200,000 views. By the 5th day, We Don't Talk About Pyro got 1 million views, which is a milestone that I've always wanted to achieve. My guess was it was just going to keep doing 200,000 views, and it was going to maybe do that for roughly another week, and then kind of slow down to like 2 million, and then, you know, life goes on. But when it reached 1 million, that's when, the next week and a bit from that day, things just went crazy. Because when it reached the first million, it was garnishing 1 million views a day. Not a week, a day. I have never had a video in my entire lifetime garnish 1 million views a day. I saw so many wonderfully made animated versions of this one song. Like, even when Costa approached me and said, "Can I animate this video?" I was like, yeah, sure, go right ahead. You know, as long as you credit me, go right ahead. I have enjoyed watching every single one of them. I love watching them. I love replaying them. And I'm so happy that you enjoyed what I've created to the point that you went ahead and made this. Thank you. At the time I'm recording this video, the video has nearly 13 million views. Before continuing this video, I want to take a huge moment to say thank you to everyone who watched that video and helped it grow to the limits that it has reached today. And the fact that I can look at my channel and find a video with a view count I never would have expected to see in my entire lifetime is crazy. And I can't think of any other subject to help continue the flow of this video than talking about how Disney nearly took my video down.
I love Disney so much.
It's no secret that most big-time companies are a massive pain in the ass, because most of them have absolutely no idea how transformative content works. And instead of them taking their time to evaluate what they're about to do, they just swing for it. They just approach it so aggressively, because they have the power and the money to do so. And I witnessed that firsthand not too long ago, as a matter of fact, probably about roughly like maybe a couple of months from this very day, when I saw my channel and I was like, where's the Bruno video? It's not there anymore. I check the studio app and I find out that the video has been blocked. But what I noticed is that when Disney was blocking people doing this, they weren't attacking everyone, but just certain videos in particular. The short video of Bruno got taken down, but the longer version was still public. The shorter version exists in the longer version. So why take this one down but leave this one on? How does that work? Costa's video ended up being blocked as well, and it turns out, based upon YouTube comments, a remix of the song based upon text-to-speech SpongeBob singing rap songs, that was blocked as well. Whereas the main video in particular, Apple Bottom Jeans, was still public. And I was upset. I was like, this is clearly a violation. I'm going to dispute the claim. And I did. But it came with a consequence. And Costa had the same thing as well. We lost monetization. Basically what it means is that Disney was like, okay, the video can remain, but anytime that video garnishes money, it goes directly towards Disney's pockets. You know, because Disney is so desperate for money nowadays. And when they did this, two things came into mind that didn't make Disney look better, it just made them look so embarrassing. The first one is that they don't seem to realize is that when companies claim videos, they are making it worse for them. Meat Canyon did a video about Bugs Bunny. In that video, Bugs Bunny is attempting to have his way with Elmer Fudd. That video was taken down by Warner Brothers. He filed a dispute, they rejected the claim, so what Warner Brothers is saying, Bugs Bunny abusing Elmer Fudd is canon in the Looney Tunes universe. Zone 10 did an adult animated parody of My Life as a Teenage Robot, featuring the main character engaging with an orgy with these rock creatures. Viacom claimed the video. Zone 10 filed a dispute, and Viacom said no, which means Viacom is stating that in the My Life as a Teenage Robot, the scene where the main character participates in an orgy is canon within that universe. And now comes my video. I filed a dispute. They say, nope, it's still our property. So what Disney is stating, that in Enchanto, TF2 exists in that universe. I know that last example isn't as massive as the first two, but you can see what I mean with this. When they claim it, and they don't realize what they're about to claim, they do nothing but embarrass themselves even more by literally damaging the property that they have the rights to. And the second claim is that Disney didn't try to claim my video until the video kind of died down with views. When I garnished the first video, it was monetized by me. When it got to 10 million, it was still monetized by me. When it slowed down and got 12.5 million, Disney goes, now I'm gonna claim your video. So essentially what that means is that all of the money that it generated is in my pocket. And anytime this video now makes a couple of pennies here and there, it's going in their pocket. If you're trying to make money off my video, Disney, why didn't you claim me at the very beginning when you saw it was gaining views? Why go now? Even if it generates money, it's so minimal. You failed at the most basic premise of your greedy mentality. Maybe if you weren't so focused on sucking China's cock, you probably would have done it correctly. But at the end of the day, I'm happy the video is still at least public. Now before this video ends, I have two particular announcements related with the We Don't Talk About Pyro. To celebrate the video and the milestone that it has for this channel, I have collaborated with Bonfire to bring you limited edition We Don't Talk About Pyro merchandise. The people at Bonfire have been very happy to design this t-shirt for me, and it looks wonderful. But this will only exist for a short period of time, and when it's gone, it's gone. So once it's gone, you won't be able to buy it ever again. And secondly, I understand that there are some people who wanted the whole song to be done. And obviously, I want to make sure that everyone is satisfied. So, very soon, the entire song, labeled as the soundtrack version, it will be uploaded on my second channel, ManyX Plays. So if you want to be one of the first people to listen to the entire song, make sure you subscribe to the second channel, where the link for it will be in the description and the pinned comment. You got the t-shirt, you got the soundtrack version coming soon. This is Excalibur. Thank you for helping this milestone happen, and hopefully we'll get more of them in the future. Bye everyone, have a great day.